Going to record. All righty. Okay. Thank you all for coming. Not sure, let's see, we're recording Kim for some reason.
It looks like it's recording you to me because it says host and has a recording thing by it.
Okay. Maybe I just wasn't loud enough or something.
Okay. Yeah, it says it's recording up in the left-hand corner.
Yeah. And but you can hear me, so it's not. When I'm talking, does it make it big? My face big?
Yes, yes, you're the big one. All the rest of us are up top.
Okay. Well,
and then on the right, I see the participants, and on the bottom is chat. Here, I'm going to test the chat. Okay. Did everybody see the chat? Did it work? Okay, good.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. And those of you that are here right now and then watching later, we're really excited to share this information with you. It's really something that's been on our hearts for a long time. And now is the time for that. We really need to be sharing this information and getting this out to people because there's a lot of misinformation out there and there's a lot of gaps in the information that's out there. And so we're going to talk about some of those gaps that you might have not considered regarding helping your immune system and show you some fun DIYs and how you can use different things, and it's really simple, fast, and very effective. So with that, as you know, we work with doTERRA essential oils, and essential oils themselves are volatile aromatic compounds. So it's from plants, it's basically plant medicine, and there are specific compounds in plants that help the plant to defend itself and grow properly and fight off predators because, well, like the stinkiness of some of them help to fight off predators and things. So yeah, and these different extracts, these volatile aromatic compounds, they can do amazing things in the body. And they are a lot of the time safer, more effective, and less expensive than over-the-counter and other types of medications. So yeah, they are lipophilic, okay? So they dissolve in oil, not in water. And so there's kind of workarounds for that if you're needing to use water for different things, and we'll show you. And there's a wide variety of qualities out there, all right? And so you really have to do your research, because if you have an essential oil that is not pure, for instance, it can do damage to your body, all right? So you really have to look at the company, because there's no standardization out there. So you have to know what the company standards are regarding testing, because the minimum requirement of testing is very easily fooled. So you have to see that they're going above and beyond. Are they sharing their results? Things like that, and making those public, all important things to look at. And because depending on where it's grown, time it was harvested, the weather in that area, all these different things change that essential oil. And if you don't know what you're looking for, you're not testing for those different things, it's not going to do what it's supposed to do. And doTERRA does all of that. And I've been doing doTERRA for like 10 years and using these essential oils. And when I first began, I was like, there's no way that they could improve on their testing and their quality and things like that. But over the years, I have seen them just continually raise the bar and raise the bar and raise the bar. And that is why they're the leader in this industry. So because their mission is to bring these amazing tools to people and to make it so that every time you open that bottle, it's going to do what it needs to do, because it has to, because we're relying on them to help us with our health and to support all the systems of the body. And there's really some easy ways to use them as well, very simple ways to use them. So Nicole is going to talk to us about some of these simple ways to use them. I think she might be frozen.
I'm here. Okay, I'm here. I had to reset up shop in another room. So here I am. Okay, so we were going to talk today about the immune response and what we do and ways to help boost our immunity using our oils and other tricks and habits. So starting with, I have this great tear pad. It's just a 2-page sheet that I'm going to try to get uploaded, and then I can send it to all of you. But this is kind of what I'm referencing because it's very simple. It's just called Stay Well and Live Empowered. And I really like what that says right now about living empowered, because I think we have choices right now to make with our families. So typically when we start to get sick, we start to go into this panic mode, and I am so guilty for this. I'm always like, no, I can't be sick because then I won't have productive days, or then I can't work out. So I get panicky instead of surrendering, taking that 24 hours to really chill out and not try to push through it, not go to work, not, I guess, be hard on my body, but instead take care of my body. So the first thing is to recognize that, surrender to that, and to start taking care of yourself for those 24 to 48 hours and using all these tricks and tools. The other thing that I do is, and a lot of us, is we start to eat those comfort foods. We start to bring in the sugars, the alcohols, things like that, because we're not feeling well. And those are not helping our bodies either. And then, like I said, the pushing harder. So that would be the typical like victim response. But the empowered response would be to go and start to create an environment that's healthy, that we can heal in. And then we're just going to talk about the ways that we can do that. So aromatically is one way we use. You guys can't see my hands and I keep using them to talk. We can use the oils by using oils in the air that can help purify it. So the main one that I've been using around my house right now, obviously, is my On Guard. I've been combining that with a citrus because citrus helps reduce anxiety, or I've been combining it with something that helps support opening the airways, like Siberian fir or lime or breathe. So I've been doing those nonstop, like running the diffuser all day, one in my room all night. The main thing that I've really had to work on is calming that panic feeling in me lately. So I've also been running a lot of adaptive balance things to just calm myself and realize to trust my body and to trust my choices right now and to trust that it's okay to chill out for a little bit. So the second way, no questions yet? Oh, Tony just laughed at you, Nicole. Yes. We do have a comment. Good job, Kim. So the other thing is internally. In those first 24 to 48 hours is when I really start to add the On Guard, add lemon to my water. I also add the On Guard and lemon to tea. I internally take the beadlets and the soft gels, which right now are sold out. And I was hoping Lisa can give us the trick of how to make your own On Guard soft gel.
Yeah.
You want to tell them right now?
I'll post it. There's several graphics on there, but we have the veggie capsules,
Mhm,
right? So the
mhm,
empty capsules. And
mhm.
then, let's see, where did my, where did it go?
So while she's doing that, I think, I
I
mean, I
found,
know all the hand sanitizer and all this stuff to kill germs is depleting the shelves and selling out rapidly. What I've really been thinking about with my family is trying to boost our immune systems in other ways, like eating whole foods, our supplementation, making sure we're taking our probiotic, our multivitamins. I'm adding more juices to my regiment. When I say juices, I mean like eat turmeric, ginger, like things to help decrease inflammation and boost immune system. Kombuchas, more probiotics, immunity teas. So I've just really been trying to make sure we're eating well. So that's on the whole foods supplementation. And then I've been working very hard, and this one's tough for me, on sleep, trying to make sure we're all getting enough sleep. Because I find that's definitely when my sleep goes, is when I do get ill and sick. And as a mom of especially a toddler that likes to come out of his room very frequently, sleep is my hardest thing. So my husband and I have been like tag teaming who deals with him, so the other person gets sleep a whole night. So it's amazing when I get sleep a whole night. And then using my oils. So kind of looking at whole foods, supplementation, essential oils, and then also looking at your sleep and stress response. So we talked about.
Someday you'll miss the toddlers, you know.
Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm on finally.
Good.
No,
All right, man. Good. We got
Someday
more
you're
people here.
having toddlers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'll be away, and one will be like clear across the country when all this is going on. You're gonna miss them.
I know. I've heard that then I'll be stressed out about other things, like them not coming home.
Absolutely. Yep.
So also going on to just detail, oh gosh, speaking of my toddler, Lisa, you may have to take over for a minute.
all right, sounds good.
So I got a Ninja Turtle coming at me.
That is awesome.
Okay, go out there. Whoa, whoa.
All right.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Isn't that great? Okay, so
It is.
let's talk about the digestive tract, because we talk a lot about making sure that we're staying clean and things, but really I see a big part of our immune system is not included in the conversation, which is our digestive system. Our digestive tract is a huge part of our immune system, not just eating healthy and things like that, but the balance within your digestive system. So let's see here. So with that, I want to show you the different things that we have to support a balanced immune system for our digestive tract, okay? So yes, eating the right foods like we were talking about, but as most of us know, it is difficult to, sorry, trying to get.
Well, I'll talk real quick, Lisa. The number one thing that has changed my digestion is the probiotic. I take this at least once a day. And the cool thing about our probiotics is it has a prebiotic and a probiotic in it. And I did not know for years that in order for the probiotics to actually be activated, they have to have prebiotics. And there is prebiotics in foods we eat, like kale, beans, but you have to make sure you're always eating those at the same time as the probiotic.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is in these capsules, it has both of them. And here's my
And then I've got one out.
Yeah, so you can see that it's a double capsule. Mm-hmm.
So it's double encapsulated. So at first, the first capsule, the outer capsule opens up in your stomach, releasing the prebiotics, and the secondary capsule, which has the probiotics. Then all of that passes into your intestinal tract, where it opens up, and all of those probiotics, you almost have 100% what they call proliferation. So almost all of them survive, rather than the probiotics being wiped out by your stomach acid. which
Yeah.
is a huge, huge benefit.
I ran out
And
of
it's
it
looking.
the month of November, and I thought, oh, I'll wait and order it on my December order. And oh man, with all the Thanksgiving foods and stuff, I could tell such a difference in both my digestion, my bowel movements, all of that. I also give my kids the probiotic junior that comes in the little pixie stick. And I give that to them probably every other day. So, okay, did you find your other things with the digestion?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so with On Guard, these On Guard capsules
Axel,
that are really
what do you got, buddy?
hard to find right now, the oils in them, you've got the On Guard blend, okay? And then you have black pepper and Melissa as well. And if you don't already know, if you've looked at doTERRA Step before, Melissa is like one of the most expensive oils that doTERRA has to offer. Okay, so getting that in this is a really great advantage. But black pepper, it's not too bad, okay? It's not too bad expense-wise by itself. So having and then oregano is also added in there. So oregano, On Guard, they come in like almost all of the starter kits, okay? And then the black pepper on there. And so you can kind of see what your price point is of how you could make one of these capsules if they're sold out. They just have these little veggie caps, and you open them up, and you put the drops in, and you take it right away. They don't keep, okay? Made that mistake before, it dissolved through the capsule, and it was a big mess. But, so when you make them, take them right away. So you do some drops of On Guard, black pepper, oregano, and you can take it. And when I'm using these, depending on how I'm feeling, I'll take it several times a day, or even just once a day, depending.
I'll usually take those morning and night, and then I'll add some beadlets in during the day. So I just saw something recently that was saying if you're using the On Guard soft gels, there's 2 drops in each soft gel. Is that what you've heard, Lisa?
I believe so.
And then in
I've
the
seen some different graphics too that doTERRA's put out, and so I'll make sure and share those.
And then the beadlets have, I thought it was a half a drop, but it's a 1/4 of a drop in each beadlet. So, and I mean, I have my kids take them. I mean, I think everybody's different, but I've had my kids take the beadlets, not the soft gel. But
my kids are a little older. They've started to do the soft gel.
And I know, Kim, your kids are older and they do the soft gels. That's like the #1 thing in your whole family as far as use.
Okay, so another thing to really support the digestive tract is not this one, Terrazyme. Okay, so Terrazyme, I am falling in love with this one. It's their digestive enzymes, okay? Now, we're all focusing on, sorry, scrolling over here. Someone just commented, great little thing here. Emily Wright had mentioned putting a drop of Melissa under your tongue day and night for immunity. Good idea since the soft gels are sold out at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. And so when we're talking about eating good food, the thing is, if you can't break down the food, then your body can't use it properly, right? And when your body's making enzymes, there's only so much enzymes it can make. And so it has to kind of choose between like digestive enzymes and metabolic enzymes. So metabolic enzymes, we typically think, oh, well, I want to raise my metabolism. I want to look super trim, you know, things like that. But really, when we talk about metabolism, it's talking about your cell's ability to function properly, your cell's ability to create the energy it needs in an effective way. Okay? So if your body has to choose between the enzymes and you can give it digestive enzymes, then your body can focus on the metabolic enzymes. Okay, so that's the beauty of this as well. So it's not just about getting the proper nutrition, but your body is able to function at a higher level overall, at that cellular level. Okay, let's drop that right there. Then the other thing that we have to talk about is the ability, I mean, yeah, trying to eat good foods and everything, but our food, as most of you know, is not what it used to be. And so a lot of times, like Nicole was saying, we need to supplement. And doTERRA supplements are fantastic. I've looked at a lot of different ones, and from the delivery system to their contents to the research behind their contents, I haven't seen anything that matches them. If you want to see, I would love to compare with what you have and see if it meets your needs, or if you think it's better or whatnot. I want to see that. Because I want to be able to offer my wellness community the best. All right, so this is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. You have your Microplex VMC, okay? Now this is your whole food vitamins and minerals, okay? So when I say whole food, so extracted from whole foods, it has a protein matrix, okay? It's a protein matrix so that your body recognizes it as food and absorbs it. So when your body is, when you're just taking the capsules, it is really, really hard for your body to utilize it. Sorry, hold on a second. My thing just went.
I know, mine just changed too.
Come
I don't know.
Swap screens and video. Huh? I don't know.
It says I'm viewing Nancy's screen.
Oh, maybe it's my mom.
Oh, yes, there's a Nancy now. We have many more people that joined, which is awesome in the last few minutes.
Awesome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining.
Yeah. But I don't, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, I can only see you. So
Okay.
that works, that works.
And if the recording doesn't end up going well, then
we'll redo it.
Yeah, we'll just redo it. And got the chat up and everything, so we're good to go. All right. Okay, so like I was talking about with the Microplex VMZ, so your whole food nutrients, and your body recognizes it as food, so it'll absorb it. It also has like a tummy tamer blend for those that have issues with vitamins. And a lot of people don't have, they might have some, but not nearly like they would with other vitamins. When you have those pressed pills, okay, I'm not gonna name any names, but when you have those pressed tablets, your body doesn't break them down. They clog up our sewer systems. So just saying. The Z Omega, these are your fish oils. They also have a vegan option.
Mm-hmm.
They use a technology that makes them water soluble, all right? Because your digestive tract is water lined. So if they were normal fish oils, most of it just gets washed through your.
What do you have, honey?
Sorry? So not only that, but they have 9 different essential oils, including frankincense in there, okay? So I could talk for forever about these, but I won't for sake of time. Okay, alpha CRS, energy, and cellular protection. No caffeine, none of that. Again, you're helping your mitochondria function at a higher level. Your body is making more energy. So this combo, the Lifelong Vitality Pack with the 30-day money back guarantee, I hear from people, I have more energy and less pain. That's the response I get. Okay, so now when we're talking about these things, okay, so we've got our nutrition covered, we're breaking our foods down, we've got those good probiotics coming in, so we're taking care of the digestive tract, which is a vital part of our immune system. Vital.
Yeah, I definitely think, you know, we're covering the internal piece right now.
Yes.
So,
And you talked about the emotional aspect of it as well, gave us great tips along those lines. And so let's jump into the DIY. What do you think?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we've talked about internal, we've talked about aromatically, so topically, which is where a lot of these DIYs fall,
Yeah.
is kind of what we want to share with you guys, and we were going to do at our actual workshop. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the topical application you can get from the touches. So doTERRA does already have made up a touch line, which is the roller bottle. This is my oregano and this is my On Guard. It's already diluted. I keep these handy. I actually keep them by my bed most of the time. I'll put them on my feet, the bottom of my feet. And why do I do that, you ask? Because largest pores in your body gets more absorption. Or, you know, my chest, my neck. I also keep a Breathe by my bed. So you can buy them if making your own is not your deal. However, we were gonna make these cute little immune boost ones that I got these recipe cards and these labels, and I had bought a bunch of 10 ml. This is a 10 ml size roller bottle, and we were going to make our own little immunity blend. And I do like to do this. I want to show you the cute label. So I do like to make my own because I can put more in it, more different oils that have different properties. So this immune blend called for 20 drops of the protective blend, which is what we know as On Guard. And then I thought this was super interesting, but 5 drops of cedar wood. I've also seen that before as arborvitae, and then 5 drops of lemon. Lisa, can you speak to why do you think the cedar wood's on there?
I think that speaks to the emotional aspect of it. It's meant to be a touch. It's a roller, right? So it's meant to be applied to the skin. And cedarwood is actually very, very calming. It's similar effects as like lavender, let's say. So, but with lavender, the method that lavender uses to calm is aromatic. But with cedarwood, it has a different method to calm, which is actually through the bloodstream. So the ideal way to use cedarwood for a calming effect is to apply topically.
Mm-hmm. And I know that arborvitae has a ton of properties as well when it comes to throat health and immune boosting. In my immune blend, this was a new blend to me. The one that I have posted on my Instagram and I've posted on our Facebook group, I use, and I grabbed all these, I use Melaleuca, lemon, On Guard, I'm running out of hands, and frankincense, the ultimate, and oh, and then I've been adding some copaiba. So, and sometimes, oh, and oregano. Yep, but I don't have the oregano oil sitting here. So that recipe I have, like I said, on the Oiled Ventures page and on my Instagram page. So that's the roller bottle that I use for immunity. The second I start to feel something coming on. And then this was a new blend that I found. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Cedarwood, lemon, and On Guard. So that's some of the topical ways, like I said, bottom of the feet, throats, chest, back of your spine are all great places for application.
Awesome.
I see some comments. I think a must, Tim says, is adding the limited time touch trio that has serenity. The touch trio, for those of you who don't know, has the serenity, the balance, and the helichrysum in it. And then I said, see, I love arborvitae for immunity. I put it on last night for respiratory support. Okay. So we are going to talk about making a hand mist.
Sound good. Do you want to make a roller?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Do you want to
Like-
make one, Nicole?
Do I want to make one right now?
Yeah.
I don't have my coconut oil here right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so we've got our little
Looks
bottle.
like we're gonna make a hand sanitizing mist right now, though, everybody.
So yes, technically, it's
Oh,
not
yes,
a hand
yes.
sanitizer, it's a hand
Mist.
mist, a hand spray,
Yep.
because unlike the FDA approved On Guard hand sanitizing spray, it is labeled properly. It's officially kills 99.9% of germs, but that's tested and approved. Although we're using like the same stuff, ours is not tested, so we can't make those sort of claims. So I've just got these bottles with this topper guy, and you can get them all over the place, any little store, and like essential oil stores and DIYs and things. Anyways, so little bottle like this, and you need On Guard. Oh, where'd my notes go? Because I don't want to mess it up.
There's several, I'm been finding several recipes out
Yeah.
right now. I've posted a couple of them
Mhm.
on our Facebook group. People switch out whether they want to use witch hazel, 60% isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah.
But
So
the common thing,
I'm gonna work with the one that
Mhm.
that doTERRA put out, their little DIY one that they put out,
Mhm.
and it calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon of vitamin E.
Yeah,
Okay, so I just
that
got
makes it
vitamin E.
nice.
This is gonna be really good for your skin.
Mhm.
So here, I'll see if you can you see it okay? Are you able to see it?
Yep, we can see it.
Okay. I had my little, I found it. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I really like putting a little bit of vitamin E oil because it just helps with the softness factor.
Yes,
since we're using it
yes.
so much.
So I just picked it up because I was out. So here we go. I'm excited. Okay, so 1/4 into there. And I don't want to use this because I don't want it to get stuck on the. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. So there's that one. And then it says 1 tablespoon of 99% rubbing alcohol. The one that I have, oh, it smells so good. The one that I have is only 70%. So I'll go probably a little extra, probably 1.5 tablespoons.
And I think Lorelai was saying that rubbing alcohol's out in several places as well.
Yeah. So I've heard some people use even like vodka
Yeah,
and different alcohols. It's fine.
I've used witch hazel.
So witch hazel is another great idea. Let's see if I don't make a mess. Only little messes. Sweet. Okay. So there's 1 tablespoon, and I'll go to 1/2. I'm realizing like I'm pouring with my right, but or in the okay, I'm not left-handed, so that's better. Wow, I had no idea how hard that would be with your left hand. Okay, so we've got that, and we have 15 drops of On Guard.
So I know that the hand soap and the cleaners and the hand sanitizing mist have been on back order or out. as far as last I heard, you're still able to get the oil. So if you're willing to do this extra DIY work, you can still make this stuff for yourself. And since most of us are quarantined in the house right now, I think making things is a good option.
And then even when you run out, so if
Mhm.
the hand sanitizer mist, when you run out of this puppy,
Yeah, I
you
make
can
mine
just
in that.
refill it.
Yeah, I make it back in that bottle.
So then you're cutting down on the plastic impact on the world and things and the waste impact. I'm gonna grab a little bit
Okay,
of water.
I was gonna just talk about, can you guys see me? Yeah, okay. I don't know if I keep shutting it off or on, because I can't see myself here. There we go. I just wanted to talk about also hand soap, because I know that doTERRA is out of the On Guard hand soap, and I've been making my own hand soap for a long time, just with foaming hand pumps, buying unscented Castile soap. So you can get that on Amazon, the Co-op. I sometimes buy Dr. Bronner's brand. Recently, I just bought a different organic brand off Amazon, and I use that. Coconut oil, like our fractionated coconut oil, and that's just for the softness effect. And then you could use the same thing, the On Guard oil, or you could make different citrus ones. So that recipe we can also post if you're interested in making your own antibacterial soap. Oh, Lisa's testing it out there.
Yeah. And I can feel the vitamin E for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. That's great. I really like it.
And then the last DIY we were going to touch on was just how to make your own cleaner if you weren't able to get your hands on the doTERRA cleaner concentrate. Hold one sec. I gotta grab that bottle.
So one of the cool things with the cleaners, yeah, the cleaner concentrate, fantastic.
This thing is amazing. It makes 18 spray bottles. It's incredible. And I'm talking like 12-ounce spray bottles, sorry. So they should have this back soon. I just got this in my shipment yesterday, so they should have it back. This is what I use on all my counters, sinks, everywhere. There is a comment on here not to use directly on marble, but besides that, I use it everywhere. But making, and if any of you want to chime in too, put down in the comments some of your favorite soap recipes, because I know a lot of you guys make your own hand soap and your own cleaners. The way I make my own cleaner that's not On Guard, same thing. I use that Castile soap, and then I use vinegar. Vinegar's amazing. And then I add lemon, tea tree, or rosemary, or any other citruses, and then I fill it all with water. So you can definitely do your own cleaners as well. So no one's adding any recipes for me over here. Okay, so just moving on.
Lorelei says vinegar, distilled water, and lemon for all glass and mirrors. They don't leave any streaks.
Sweet. So I think that sums up our 3 ways to use the oils. And then we kind of just wanted to talk, I think most of the people on here right now are all members with us, all have their own wholesale accounts, so you can get these things in your hands as soon as you can. But if you're not a member and you're interested in a membership, Lisa was gonna touch on that briefly. And then if you guys have any questions, write them over in the chat too, so we can answer those before we.
Yeah, and also there was a cleaning book, like an ebook that doTERRA just came out with.
Yep.
So a couple of things that we want to send you via email.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, Lorelei says also Co-op has these bottles. Anyways, scrolling over here. So I want to send you via email the link to that ebook, and also we have a little questionnaire for you just to gather up your information. And so, yes, we give it the ebook,
Yes.
and it
Yep.
enters you into a drawing. All right, it also enters you into a drawing for like one of these DIY items. Okay, so for attending our thing. And so if you, right now while I'm explaining this, if you can type in your email really quick, and then we can get that Google form over to you after the meeting ends, okay? Now, and then if you're watching this later, please just pop over and message whoever invited you, message us the email and say that you would like to be entered into a drawing or receive a free gift or the free gift of the book, and we can hook you up with that. It also tells us like how we can serve you. All
Yeah,
right?
we're going, so we got the ebook, this
Yes.
wellness that we kind of base this talk on, the ebook, and then yeah, the DIY recipes and a chance to win one of them. So
Yes. Okay, so I am part of doTERRA's Diamond Club. So doing an event like this, and for the next 3 days, people that watch this and talk with me personally via internet, they can enroll through this and get free stuff. Okay, with you get a, if you do a kit, and if it's 100 PV, or if you just get a membership and get 100 PV in product, which is basically $100 in product, okay, then you get a free citrus bliss. And then there's the next level up, you get kind of more items, a bigger kit, and we can discuss all of that depending on what your needs are. All right, we could discuss what your needs are and see which kit works best for you. It waives the $35 membership and discounts everything in that kit off of wholesale. All right, so it's a great savings there, and you have free oils coming your way. And I do have some of the last remaining hand sanitizers from doTERRA. And I also have these fantastic keychains. Now these keychains, they hold little bottles of essential oils, so you can keep your favorites, the ones that you're using regularly and the ones you need, with you at all times. All times. And we'll advise you on what to put in them for your needs. If you get a kit, not only will you get those free oils, or depending on which kit you get, but I will let you choose between one of these puppies. All right? If you want to have both, then all you need to do is host an online class for us. And if you have one person that chooses to enroll with doTERRA and get that membership and take their wellness to the next level using doTERRA, then these are yours for free. It was just one person, okay? And so there's that. You'll also get some like welcome gifts and stuff too.
Kim just posted on this events page and our Oiled Venture page the 4 great DIY recipes. So hand gel, hand spray, foaming hand soap, and On Guard wipes. So
Awesome.
look for those recipes. Yeah, thanks, Kim.
Awesome. Yeah, and part of what I like to do for people that are enrolling on our team during this Diamond Club time, you will also get 2 free roller bottles with the metal ball on them, all right, which is fantastic. They're not full. We'll show you what to use to put for what you need, but you'll get 2 of those as well. And also I have the latest magazine and product guide for doTERRA. So you'll be good to go. You'll be inspired with how to use these essential oils. And so we can mail them to you, and it doesn't matter if you are working with me or working with Nicole or Lorelai or Kim or anybody on the Empower Wellness team, anybody that's on my team. I'm offering these to them during these Diamond Club times, because this is the time that we're needing to help people up-level their health and up-level their wellness, and I want to give you all that you need to be able to do that in the most excellent way. All right. So if you're
Okay, so I think that's about everything.
Okay. We love being on this journey with you. We love, love, love what we do. Okay.
Yes.
And so if you are interested in all about learning what it is to be a wellness advocate with doTERRA and join us in this business, we would love to talk with you, quick 20-minute talk to just kind of show you the nuts and bolts of it, how simple it is, how wonderful it is. And it's a really incredible opportunity. Like I said, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I can tell you that the compensation plan works, the opportunity is there, and I really have not seen another compensation plan that really creates that residual income like people are looking for. People need physical health and financial health as well, and this is an avenue for both.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for your guys' patience with us as we figure out this Zoom meeting method. Hopefully we now got it figured out and can do more of these, and for my little interruption. Okay, bye guys. Thank you.
Bye.